Hello, everyone. Hello. Today we have our special friends from Sagrado Cigars. We got John and Natalie. How are you guys?
Hi.
Wonderful.
Good. We're good.
Good to have you guys here. Today we're gonna be smoking the Carismatico Toro, myself and Rafi, and then Arbor. He's gonna smoke the Natalie, the Toro. What's going on, guys? Everything good?
Beautiful. I love that. It's so nice to hear the accent. That
Oh,
you pronounce the names properly. Love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh man.
So, we're Hispanic. So, whenever we
All
have
right.
to say something that it has a Spanish name, because carismático means like, how do you say that in English? Rafi?
Charismatic.
Carismático?
Charismatic.
Charisma.
Big personality.
Yeah,
Charisma. Yeah,
yeah,
charisma.
charisma.
Exactly. So, guys, so I wanted to ask you, so when did you guys started in the business with your brand? Why the name Sagrado? Because Sagrado means sacred.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell us a little bit about the company, the brand, and how you got into the industry.
Okay. I started the company about 3 years ago, and it starts our
Okay.
third year in the business. And when we created this, it was part of a whole lifestyle, branding that we wanted to do. We wanted to create a sacred lifestyle, which basically the sacred part of it, it's about people. It's like you guys, it's your family, it's friends.
Hmm.
And this
Yeah.
all this was birthed. You go back 3 years ago, that was during COVID. You think about what all the isolation and the disconnects and the people who died, and all of a sudden the world stopped. You realize, hey, life is short. People are dying that we never thought would die. Not so quickly,
Hmm.
so young. Um,
Yeah.
so that's pretty much the premise how it started was creating a high quality product that was affordable. It was meant to be savored, consumed slowly, shared with people you love. That's the
Okay.
Sagrado lifestyle. Really, it's about that. And part of our mission too is, as we're raising our profits up, is we want to be giving Sagrado to the people who can't afford Sagrado. So Sagrado
Okay.
for them may just be the basics of having food, having a roof over their head, having clothes. So
Hmm.
that's our heart, the Sacred Heart. So the Sagrado, it's used in Latin America, obviously the Sacred Mary. It's so Sagrado,
Yeah,
right? And so in this case, Sagrado, we're still saying is sacred, but we're saying people are sacred.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So you say you guys started like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I want to ask you, as you know, the PCA already finished. Have you guys been to a PCA event
yeah,
yet?
last year,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
last year.
we went last year, but
Okay.
yeah, we opted out this year. We thought, we're doing our resources are better off, pounding the pavement, visiting lounges,
Okay.
visiting stores. So yeah, we didn't go this year.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I heard, we've heard the same feedback from a lot of boutique brands
Yeah.
that they rather do what you guys are saying instead of, because going to a PCA, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Um,
I think you get to a certain size and PCA makes sense,
Hmm.
but
exactly.
I think it probably it's about 5 years into it where PCA starts making sense. It was definitely good getting our feet wet last year and experiencing seeing it and seeing
Yes.
we made some great contacts and so on. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, but
So,
I had
That's great.
FOMO this past weekend. It
oh
looked
yeah,
like a good time.
That's great. That's good.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
No, we're looking. We were talking about the PCA the other day on a podcast, and every year that comes, that we see the PCA 2022, 2023, now 2024. Every year we're seeing more and more people that we know through Instagram that we haven't been able to meet them personally. So I was talking to Craft Life Social that we have to make it next year for
Yeah.
yeah,
sure. Make
Yeah.
it,
you be in
yeah,
New Orleans. Yeah,
exactly, New
Yeah.
Orleans. So,
Yeah.
John, I wanted to ask you guys. So, you guys, what do you guys do the cigars in Dominican Republic?
yeah. República Dominicana. See,
Republic.
Okay.
Have you been there
All
already?
right.
Have you?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, many times, many times.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So everything, all your production is Dominican Republic. You don't have any production in Nicaragua.
No, no, all it's puro Dominican Republic, and
Mm.
we work with two factories, and different styles in each one. The
Okay.
one factory, which what you're smoking, it's Cuban style. So if
Okay.
you smoke Cuban cigars, these are very Cuban-esque. The technique, the
Okay.
tobacco style, and so are the two partners that run that factory. They're both Cuban,
Okay.
and they they've been master rollers for blenders for like 25 years, 26
Oh
years,
wow. All
and
right.
long time. Then they have Cuban rollers that have been taking long-term vacations from Cuba.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah,
All right.
but yeah, so yeah, that's that factory. The other factory is more New World, and so the New World factory, I get working with some guys, the Dominican, and one guy, he used to work for Davidoff for 25 years, named Roki,
Okay.
and yes,
Okay.
phenomenal. And so we're making some new blends for that one, Nicaraguan blends, bigger body. It's again your typical Cuban cigars are not strong, big cigars like
Yeah.
people like in America.
Yep.
Um, and so I couldn't quite get that range out of that factory. I was always so no, it's gonna be too strong, too strong. It's like, well,
All
yeah,
right.
I understand what you're saying, but this is what people want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
All right.
Um, do you John, like, are you involved in the blends, or you just tell your master blender what you want and he just do it for you?
a little mix. I mean, after 3 years of spending time out there, I've probably been there. I don't know, maybe 15 times the last 3 years, and it seems like a lot of the last year was spending a lot of time, just getting used to the different tobaccos, learning the different tobaccos
Mhm.
in the tabacolerias, and rolling puros and tasting what each leaf would taste like. And it's kind of like you learn like with
Mhm.
food, like what herbs taste like, right? Knowing how to cook,
Yeah.
so I'm getting a basic understanding. These master blenders, you can't
Mhm.
be master blender less than probably 25 years.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
know, but
Yeah.
yeah, so I kind of know what I like, but this, like say Roki, for example, I told him what I wanted, and he made some tweaks, for what I asked for, and he knows if you put this tobacco with the next tobacco, that
Mhm.
it produces this result. If you change it up, it makes
Okay.
that result. So that's what he does. I mean, he knows that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. That's good that you're actually working with someone that's giving you some input, and it's not just like, all right, that's what you want, that's what I'm gonna give you, and then it's gonna be like, it might be weird to you, or you might like it, but it might just not be something that's gonna be appealing to the mass, because at the end of the day, yeah, you have everyone has a certain palate or a certain style of smoking, but it might not be the right thing to pull out, especially when you're trying to be a newer cigar company and you're trying to appeal to the masses and all of that.
yeah.
Now, my question to you, is there like certain rappers or certain certain ligas, I guess, that you're kind of like you're trying to stay away from? Like, I know a lot of people stay away from like the Candela rappers. There's certain people that stay away from, I know the new thing for like maybe the past year has been the Mexican San Andres. Is there something that you're kind of like staying away from, or you're kind of like wanting to get involved in the future?
No, one thing I can tell you, and this is like the core of our company, we're very open minded as a company. We're all
Hmm.
about inclusion and open mindedness, and
Okay.
and thinking outside the box. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to recreate what's already been created. We want to create something
Okay.
new. You know,
Okay.
and so yeah, no, we're definitely not stay away from Candelo, Cameroon, these other type of rappers. The new one like the HBA. I mean that
Yeah.
hybrid. That's a kick-ass rapper out of Dominican. But no, we're not looking to stay away. We're looking to do something that's unique, but again that just challenges your senses. Like you
Yeah,
smoke that, and you're like, damn, what am I
definitely.
Yeah.
tasting? You
Yeah.
work that journey
Hmm.
through it, And it's not damn it tastes like shit, but damn this is
Yeah.
good. I got to figure this out.
Yeah. Okay.
Before you guys
All right.
got here, I light up my cigar and I was talking to Craft Life Social. I was telling him, I'm picking up something that I cannot, identify. I'm not really, I
Yeah.
can't find what really
It's
it
a
is.
nice, yeah, it's a nice mellow smoke. I'm used to the spicier smokes, but this is a really good smoke. Right now it's real mellow. This is something that I could smoke in the morning, in the evening. It's actually complementing my espresso. I'm a coffee drinker. Yosli isn't. I'm a coffee
No, I'm
drinker.
not.
I love espresso.
I'm the
Um,
only Cuba that
and
doesn't drink coffee. So
Cuban
and
coffee, love it, love it.
and I'm gonna be honest with you right now. It's complementing the coffee really well. It's not overpowering. It's
Beautiful.
actually bringing out some nice little flavors. Not too much pepper, but it's very nice on the palate. So
Thank
definitely
you,
congratulate you on this on
but
this
thank you,
I,
thank
blend.
but
you.
I, but I want to ask John,
Yeah.
because I was going over the profiles and all the information that I got from Natalie. I see that all the blends are medium body. Are you planning in the future to have a full body cigar?
Yeah,
Because I would love to see
yeah.
one.
So it's funny. So I've got a new one coming in a July August time frame. It
Okay.
all depends. We had to do the artwork twice. Thank God we didn't print it twice. But you know how
Okay.
things. You can tell there's too many cigar companies in the industry because every goddamn name is gone.
Like every
You
word
know,
is
Yeah.
out, is taken.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I,
Yes.
I, I couldn't even
Yes.
name it John Stewart because that's probably gone too.
Yep. Probably. Probably.
You
Hmm.
know, but yeah, that one is a medium plus.
Okay.
It's definitely be a plus over the what we've got, but I'm there next month. I'll be working with Roki, and we're working on a
Okay.
full body. But for me, first of all and foremost, the quality of the flavor has to be there. Just like
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys like chili peppers. You're Cuban.
Okay.
Are you
Well, I'm
Cuban?
Cuban. We don't eat spicy food.
You don't eat spicy, but I grew up in L.A. originally, and I grew
Oh,
up with lots of Mexican food
yeah.
and Mexican friends and two ex-Mexican wives, and so
No.
I know about hot chili.
Yeah.
But the thing is with chili, okay, chili it can be very delicious up to a point. The point is what your threshold is, right? And so that's why I talk to people when they're saying, I'm asking like what type of cigar they like, and ask what type of foods they do. You like chili peppers and so on. You like chili peppers? How hot do you go? That kind of tells me what their palate's like. And with chili peppers, you know, like a habanero. A habanero is a beautiful, beautiful chili. It's got lots of fruit notes
Okay.
to it, and you can put in a salsa like with mango and lime and pineapple, and it accents. It's just beautiful, and
Hmm.
so with the cigars the same thing. It's like you can have a really strong cigar and say, oh damn, that's strong, but it has no
Hmm.
soul. It's
Yeah.
boring.
You're right. You're right.
Exactly. And
Yep.
we've had cigars like that where you know
Yes.
I'm a full body smoker, but I also like that if I'm gonna smoke a full body cigar, I want it to have some flavors. I want a balance between the
Mhm.
strengths and the flavors. But I've encountered cigars that it's just like if you're smoking just ligero. That's it. There's
Yeah.
no flavors. There's no
Yeah,
nothing. It's
no,
just heating you up all the way, and when you're done, you're like, it screwed up my
Hmm.
palate completely. I don't want that. You gotta
well,
find a balance.
well, it's funny. So I think you're talking about one store that the guy likes triple Lajero, and that's great. I mean,
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
that's not my jam, but
yeah.
I like Lajero, but not triple Lajero.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of consumers, they don't understand that the brand owners, when they work on a blend, when they work on their brand, a lot of consumers they don't understand what the brand owner is trying to bring to them. It's more or less what the owner likes, and you're trying to provide people what you like in cigars. Because I've also heard comments from people like, why this company doesn't do this and why this company doesn't do that, or this type of cigar or this one or the other one. And you gotta understand that. brand owners, they work based on their idea, based on their profile, based on what they like, based on what they know, and they try to bring it to you. That's why I'm saying, are you at some point are you gonna work on a full body cigar? Because I would love to
Yeah,
try one of your full body cigars, but hopefully, it's not like the one I just told you that it's just strength, 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 no flavors, no flavors, no flavors. So if you can find that balance between flavors and strength, I think it will be perfect. If this one will
I
have
can tell
a
you.
little bit more strength for me, will be a killer. It's a good cigar. Don't get me wrong, but again, I like a cigar that can really have a fight with me. But
Yeah. Oh, so you like Latinas?
hey,
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
but
yeah.
no, go
No,
ahead.
So
see,
right now,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
so sorry, John. Right now, so how many cigars do you guys have in the set, like in the in your line? How many are you guys working with right now?
7.
There are 8.
Oh, eight. Okay.
There's one missing on there.
Oh, okay.
Aniversario.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to tell you.
Okay.
That's a seasonal. It's once a year. We have an aniversario.
Okay.
This next year we'll probably do a aniversario of this new blend that we're doing, and we might do it in a either Corona or a like a Lancero. A
So it's so
smaller
it's a limited run,
profile.
right? A limited production
Sorry,
you guys do every year.
a
Oh
limited
no.
production, and we usually we stop production on any new ones usually by mid late summer, and then we start working on the next one for the next year.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
So by the summer, then you're gonna add another one to your portfolio, correct?
Two new ones.
Oh, two more?
Mhm.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
a
okay.
Oh,
yeah, we
nice.
have it sounds ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, you want the fumas, like the factory fumas, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in Rock Patel's, everybody's got a fuma because that's what the workers smoke in the factories,
Mm-hmm.
and so we got a fuma from this new factory. It'll knock your socks off. It's 5-year age tobacco. It's got the HPA binder on it, and
Okay.
if I just hand it to you, you took out the wrapper, the plastic, you look at it and say, that's a premium cigar.
Like,
Okay.
And it doesn't smoke perfect, but I've had ashes. It's a
mm,
Toro, but halfway down that Toro, I've had ashes, which that's pretty good for a Fuma.
Yeah,
yeah.
it definitely is. It definitely is.
John, I wanted to ask you, so the people that are gonna see this video, if they want to try your cigars, like where can they get them? Where can they buy them?
We have several stores. We're in several stores across the US.
Okay.
About, I want to say about 30, 40 stores.
The
Oh
40,
wow.
yeah.
And we're in stores across Canada. But yeah, as far as online, right now we're working with Zeal Cigars. You can
Okay.
order online through them, Cigar Buddha, and
Cigar box,
yeah,
black box,
yeah. Well, so we're in a few subscriptions.
luxury.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Oh, nice. That's
and
very
if you can't find them, you can still go to your tobacconist and ask for them.
But in any case,
Yep.
if anybody comes to me asking me, hey, how can I try the Sagrado? Can I just send them to you so that you can guide them?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
send
Yeah.
them to me and I'll hook them up.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I thought you guys had like your own website where you guys sell your own cigar. Oh, you also have that?
Okay.
We're
No.
We,
not
we
we're not there yet.
yeah, we have a
Oh,
website with
Okay.
all the
All right.
stores. The stores are all listed, so they know
Okay.
where they can buy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, just reach out to us direct. We're at some point we're gonna have e-commerce available. You know I've worked in sales for a long time, multi-channel sales,
Okay.
and so we're not going to compete with our stores. We'll be at at
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
retail
Yeah.
pricing, but we'll make it accessible to people that don't have stores there yet.
exactly.
Okay. All right.
But
And as far as events, do you guys have any events coming up? Are you guys traveling anywhere that people could, come out and see you guys, or if they're interested?
Yeah. So I did an event last week in Atlanta at Southern Cigar
Okay.
Tobacco.
Okay.
We're doing an event this weekend up in Canada.
Come up, see us up in Winnipeg.
You want to freeze your ass? And then we've got some events planned for the Charlotte Cigar Week. We've got 3 events then, and some other things in the works, some big things actually. So
all right,
yeah.
Anything in the Northeast? I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
What do you recommend up in Pennsylvania?
You're gonna have to talk to your tobacconist.
Yeah, definitely.
We're doing Chicago Cigar Week. Yeah, what's a good event up in the Northeast?
I know in Philly they have one, Philly Cigar Week. They usually, I believe that's in June. That's I believe it's in June coming up. I don't really know of any other like cigar events that they do like that, like week work, but
that would be amazing. I've never been to Philly.
Awesome.
Philly, I know Philly they do a cigar event, I believe. Again, don't quote me, but I believe it's in June.
So let me ask you the question. Pat's, Jano's, or someone else?
You know what? I'm originally from New York, so I couldn't answer that question. I moved over here 7 years ago, and I still haven't had those Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh my God!
So I wouldn't be able to answer that question. But from the people that are from here, they tell me that none of those are the spots to go to.
Yeah, that's what all the locals say.
Wow.
Yeah, that's for tourists. They say that that's for the tourists.
You go there to be changed. You go to be ashamed because you're from out of state. You don't know how to order the goddamn sandwich. You're looking and they'll say, just get in the back of the line. It's like the soup Nazi,
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, definitely. No, but that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you guys are out there, and we were just talking about this the other day, how important it is, not only to be on the social media, but also to be like, traveling around. I know the cigar business. I mean, you guys already been in it for 3 years. You know how it is, the work that's involved, that it takes to go out there and to actually get your product out there. But it's also important for you to mingle with the people out there, because the cigar lounge that I go to over here in Allentown, the majority of those guys are not on social media. These are all older gentlemen. A lot of them are retired. They go to just a neighborhood lounge, and all they know is kind of like, the legacy cigars, the ones that they've been smoking for all these years. So when they ask me, what are you smoking? And I tell them, they're like, oh, I've never heard of that cigar. And I'm like, how have you not heard of this cigar brand? And it's like, like they're all over social media, but then you think about it and it's like, all right, now I understand this. So again, I definitely commend you guys for actually, taking part in those events, because that's really important.
You make a really good point, and that is so true.
You're just at the one in Atlanta. That's a great example.
Yeah, I was the lounge that I did the event at in Atlanta last week. It was all older men. I'm sure they don't have social media, and we had a great time. We had a blast. Grumpy old men. They're hilarious. It was awesome. And I brought down. I'm from Canada, so I brought down some maple syrup whiskey.
Oh,
and they loved it.
You're pushing the Canada product.
Right?
Yeah. Open-minded, something new.
Yeah. Nah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's definitely awesome.
I remember last year, I think it was April, I was in Georgia. I went to many, many different cigar lounges, and at least most of the ones that I went, it's more of the same stuff. I mean, I'm not, anybody watching this, please don't think that I'm talking shit about any legacy brands. All I'm saying is that you see more of the same, in the sense that, we're looking for variety. When we go into a lounge, I don't want to smoke the same thing over and over and over again on the same brands. We want to see different stuff. And I get what Rafi's saying. Like, a lot of people, believe it or not, until this day, today, 2024, they don't even know anything about the boutique world in cigar, which is beautiful, because the boutique world, it's so huge.
It is.
That a lot of people, they don't understand. There's so many brands. I'm seeing brands that I've like, shit, man, it's something new.
Yeah.
And I get happy because I'm like, something new to try, something new to smoke. And that's why, we keep telling people, try different stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a legacy brand. It doesn't matter if it's a boutique brand. Because a lot of people they tend to be like, oh, boutique cigars. It's more of the same thing. They all come from the same factories, different bands.
Yeah.
Don't think like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't think like
Well,
that.
even I
Uh,
mean, Natalie, and myself. Every time we do events or we go to stores, just out of respect to store number one, we always buy a cigar or two from the
Yeah,
store.
that's good.
Because
mhm,
we feel like they're hosting us, so we want to pay our right.
exactly.
And then we try something different. It's like we're always trying something different and experiencing what's placentia have what is what to have this whatever just we want to try different stuff
Yeah.
because we want to keep our palate fresh.
It's
Hmm.
funny how you
Especially.
say that the lounges in Atlanta, how they all have kind of the same thing. So there's one lounge in Atlanta called Fellowship. The owner is
Okay.
Cam Newton. Well, he doesn't
Okay.
buy
Okay.
his cigars there. He goes to sell their cigars and he buys his cigars over
Wow.
there. So
Wow.
that's just an example of,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know, where you
Yeah.
can get.
To be honest with you, I mean, a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, once you get to Georgia and Atlanta, there's so many lounges. You're gonna have a great time." I mean, I had a great time, but when I saw what they carry, most of them, I was like, "What is that?" I mean, it's just probably 7, 8, 9, 10 brands, more of the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't find anything new. I was not able to try anything new, and that's one thing with me. I'm always trying to smoke something new.
Yes.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I guess still a lot of people they need to understand that the cigar world is just more than the legacy
Have you been
brands. You know
to
what I mean?
Arizona? Have you been
Sorry?
to Arizona, to that market?
No, I've never been to Arizona.
I think you'll find Arizona a lot different than Atlanta. It's I think it's like the third, fourth biggest market for cigars. It's
Okay.
huge in Phoenix. They have a Phoenix Cigar Week that we're doing. We're also, we
Okay.
produce coffee too. So you guys like coffee? We hook you up with our coffee. We have some very good coffee
Hmm.
that we produce, single source coffee. Um,
Okay.
and so the stores, oh my god, it's like the identity in each one's so different. You go from one store to another, they have all these different themes, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of authenticity, and then a
Hmm.
lot of variety of cigars. Now there's some like you go to a Churchill's out there. What do you see at Churchill's? You see
Hmm.
bunch of older people, afloat,
Hmm.
right? And they're
Yep.
smoking Padrones,
Yeah,
smoking all these legacy things, right?
Yeah.
But what you go to Churchill's, you know what you're gonna get. That's why you go there.
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
And again, legacy brands. I mean, they once again, I don't want to. People. When people hear you saying something, they just twist
Yeah.
it around and because he's just criticizing. No, legacy brands. They have a name. They have. We're talking about Padrones are great. It's a great brand, and all these other brands. But I've encountered boutique brands where I've been like, damn,
Mm,
this cigar is
hmm.
good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? The thing is,
So,
too, is the big guys, they're always going to get the recognition. They're always going to have
of
customers,
course,
so
of
there's
course.
no
Yeah.
need for them to feel,
Yeah.
insecure
I, I,
about their position.
I think
Definitely.
honestly we're good for the big brands because we provide the excitement, the enthusiasm,
Hmm.
the fresh breath into the industry. Because honestly, if it was for all of us boutiques, maybe that would be like a slowly dying market because it'd be
Yeah.
boring. You know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
definitely. Now that you guys have the 3 years and pretty much in the game and all of that, is there anything that you would kind of like do differently if you were to kind of like start it all over again, or it's kind of like what we've been through already is kind of like that's what we've learned and all of that. But is there something that you would have done differently if you were to restart all over again?
Mm,
Probably more internally, probably his processes, the all the mistakes I made internally when it came to
Okay.
whether it was packaging, whether it was
Okay.
anticipating not knowing the season so well, the marketing
Okay.
strategy. So
Hmm.
it's not so much the blends. The blends, we didn't have any issues with, and so on. It was it was more of the strategy and the
Okay.
processes.
All right.
That's where we had, I don't know if I'd say setbacks, but like we would get in, like when I first got it going, really in the sales side, it was December, 3 years.
Yeah.
And again, you get in the cold weather states, unlike Florida,
Yeah.
you understand Colorado where I'm at, and all the, as you head north, man, it's like dead, like January, February, March, man.
Yep.
It's just too damn cold. No one wants to go even to the cigar store to pick up the cigars,
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't smoke at home, so they just take a break for a bit, and then it warms up, and then it's like it's hot again. So we've learned the season, so we've learned that we're working opposite seasons harder. Like for example, like Arizona, we hit that thing hard in the summertime.
Okay.
When we're trying to get new stores, we hit hard in summer because it's dead.
Okay.
Wow.
Dude, it's like 120 degrees out there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine. Yeah.
You got
People criticize Florida. People talk shit about Florida. I'll stay in Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, because Florida is so hot. Florida is so humid. Hey, listen. Let me have the humidity over the dry heat. I remember.
I love your.
Remember a couple of years.
I love your.
Yeah, I remember. Listen, the first time I went to Vegas, I didn't even know what to expect. Right? I knew it was hot, but I never thought it was gonna be suffocating. So I remember, getting from get as soon as I walked out of the airport, I went in July 4th, Independence Day. And that thing just hit me up. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? How people live here? How do people breathe? It's insane.
It's so hot.
I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've been stranded on the runway for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes because it was so hot. Because, when it's hot, the air's thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Airplanes can't get lift.
Sheesh.
So we were sitting on the runway waiting for it to cool down like 3 degrees so that we'd be able to get lift and get in the air. That was the 737.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I hear that, man.
That's crazy.
So
no,
now that when you guys are dealing with stores, and we've actually heard this from other cigar, people in the industry, they kind of like say that when you go into a lounge, when you're trying to hit a certain market or a certain lounge, you're almost fighting for like space in there, you know what I mean? Like, and all of that. And it's like, and I didn't realize this until we spoke to, I forgot who it was. It was a couple of videos ago. And he told us that if you ever go into a lounge, the first ones that you always see are usually the legacy brands. And then from there, it's kind of like you're almost fighting it. So, and it's crazy because I went to a cigar lounge maybe like a month ago, and I'm looking at I'm seeing boxes in little corners from little boutique brands, and I'm like, why are those things hidden in the corner? But then it's like now I see the big shelf, and I'm seeing all these legacy. Is that something that you guys are running into as well? And how do you deal with that? Like, how can you deal with that?
We all we can do is we try to educate the tobacconists in those stores. Say, look, if you have Padron, you can stick it in the back closet, in the attic, in the basement. And it wouldn't matter because they still buy them. It wouldn't matter. But with these, if you want to bring in a boutique like us or anyone else, you got to put us up front and center and get us a good space. And then you also, on top of that, you've got to educate people, promote the brand. But once you do, once they smoke it, it's money. They're going to buy it over and over and over. And they're say, well, damn, I wish I would have known about this before. But if they're not willing to do that, then the cigars, like they bring in, you're going to fail. Then they're going to say, oh, your cigars just didn't do so well in the store, but with the boutique brand, it takes that. It takes also, like us, for example, is having repetition going to the stores as well, supporting the store, so
sitting with customers.
Yeah. But right now, I mean, it's Natalie and I that are grassroots, with the sales, but we're at a point now where we are looking actively for good reps or good brokers. Different regions of the country. So if there's anyone listening that's a broker or rep, hit us up, but we're definitely trying to, and the whole point of that is we want to make sure that we have presence all the time in the store. We want to have like monthly, weekly presence because we can't be everywhere all the time. And
of course not.
it's all, we're willing to take a you know, a cut in our profit to make sure that our customers, you know, are getting that attention they need.
Yeah,
We
no,
have
and I mean, and you make a very good point, because it's like, if you don't have a sales rep that's really pushing your brand for what it is, like you guys have a story. Every cigar company, I'm pretty sure, has their story. And if you don't have a sales rep that actually believes in your story and believes in your brand, they're not gonna do anything. So that's why it kind of like puts you in a situation like, we got to do the work, you know what I mean? Because this is our stuff. So that's why I was saying that it's like, we hear it from other vendors that they're having a, you know, they sometimes they have a hard time getting their cigars through the doors, because a lot of these, you know, maybe the rep that they're sending is, all right, you don't want it, all right, goodbye. And it's like, they're not even
Right.
trying to give them the
Yeah.
story. And I'm 100% on board on you. You know, it's like, we can't be everywhere at the same time. So we want a person that actually believes in our brand to help us with that. And that's very important for you to have a good team like that.
Yeah.
It is, you know, and I've worked in professional sales for 35 years, so I'm a big critic with the salespeople. We've interviewed different people. We haven't hired anyone at this point, you know, but
Wow.
we're looking for the right person.
Yeah, of course.
Culture is everything. We want someone that represents
Yes.
us. You know, we don't want, you know, use the, you know, the language. We don't want an asshole. We want someone that is, you know, self-confident, but not arrogant. Someone
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
approachable, educate, and is likable. You know.
Yep.
we have
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
the person that you were referring to, Rafi, before, was Modi Cigar. So we have a member in the club that he's a distributor and a
Oh,
broker. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna reach out to him and I'm gonna tell him to reach out to you guys. He's in Arizona though, and
You know, the second time I've heard that company.
that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
please do.
Yeah, we
yeah,
need someone. So that's perfect.
I
Of
will.
course, whatever we do, that's why we do these things. A lot of the people think
Yeah,
that we, you know, we're coming out here, you know, trying to, like, we're out here. This is your space. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to promote people that want to work in this industry. If you want to work in this industry, the best way that you could get out there, if you can't do it physically, is virtually. And you need areas like this, spaces
exactly.
like this. This is why we're here.
We
Right. Well,
appreciate you.
thank
Yeah,
you. That's
of
awesome.
course, of course, of course.
So
And
yeah, I'll
yeah,
definitely reach out to him because I know that he's already working with, I think, like 7 brands, and he just
yeah, it was
recently
something
got
like that.
another
Yeah.
brand now. So he's working with like 8 or 9, I believe. I don't wanna give you an exact number, but I'll tell him to reach out to you guys. That we did a podcast with you guys. You guys are cool people, and see if you guys can do anything
Yeah,
together.
Absolutely.
yeah,
We appreciate that. Thank you.
You're
of
welcome.
course, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, and he's been doing that for a long time now. So, and he's always moving. He's always going to stores. He's always doing events. So I think
Beautiful.
something good and positive can come out of it.
That sounds good. Thank you. That might be what we're looking for.
Of course, definitely, definitely.
And like Rafi said, these podcasts. Yeah, a lot of people might think, oh, these people are doing this because they're getting paid. We're not getting paid anything. We
Nah,
do this because we love this. We love smoking cigars.
yeah,
We love getting to know new people in the industry, especially brand owners, and especially, again, not knocking down legacy brands, but boutique brands.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Um,
You really have
but
to say that, eh? Just in case.
yeah,
Cover your ass. We
yeah.
love heritage brands. We love legacy brands. Love, love,
yeah,
love,
of
love.
course, yeah, 100%.
Pongas
So,
de trucha.
huh?
Pongas de trucha.
Yeah, exactly. So, John, I know that I'm almost done, but I wanted to ask you. I read on the paper that I have here that this is a Mexican San Andreas Maduro,
Yes.
but what can you tell us what else it has inside, like the binder and the filler?
Yeah, we have Creo 98 inside the binder.
Okay,
We also have Pennsylvania broadleaf Lajero.
okay, all
Yeah,
right.
so
We use Pennsylvania broadleaf Lajero most for our sticks. It's a great Lajero.
and let me ask you. So I'm guessing, because this is the first cigar that I tried from you guys, and I'm trying to read the rest of the stuff. Um, do you guys have Nicaraguan tobacco in any of your blends?
The new one. The
In
new
the
one
new
that comes
one?
Oh, all
line.
right.
Yeah.
I gotta
Okay,
try.
okay.
Natalie.
I wonder.
Esteli?
SLE. Yeah.
All
Nice.
right.
Nice.
All right.
Is that
That one
gonna be?
sounds interesting.
Is that
The,
gonna
the
be the full body one?
yeah, so that's the medium plus, and it's the
Okay.
and the Ligero is Esteli.
And
Okay.
what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be a Maduro, a Habano? What is?
So we were using a Habano 2000 wrapper. It's amazing
Nice,
spec.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
We've got Sumatra binder.
Sumatra
Oh,
binder.
okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I can't wait for that one.
Mhm.
All right. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Padron Damaso. That's that's Connecticut, but what's crazy about it is, damn it, it tastes so close to our new one.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
There you
Nice.
go.
I can't wait for that one.
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Good stuff. Yeah. Hey, listen, John and Nat, thank you so much for coming on with us. I mean, we could be here all night, but definitely listen. If you guys want to kind of like, give us give a shout out to anything that you want to do, or anything that you guys are promoting that you want to promote,
Yeah.
close it out with you guys.
Well, as always, like I belong to the Sisters of the Leaf, Sisters of the Leaf Global Movement.
And I'm
Okay.
the one
All right.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right.
And so always I want to give a shout out to Anastasia. She's the founder of it, and all the ladies who work really hard in that
Definitely.
organization to
Okay.
get more women in lounges. I think it's amazing.
Okay.
So definitely shout out to them. And what?
So Natalie, being Canadian, she's very humble. She's not like us Americans,
Yeah.
So I have to give a shout out to Natalie. So Natalie is the very first
A certified cigar sommelier tobacconist in
Oh,
Canada.
There you go.
female.
There you
So,
go.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Let me ask you
All
something
right.
quick, guys. Do you guys have now in Canada the ice wine?
the who?
Ice wine, the wine, the in Canada. I remember when I went to Canada, I went
Ice
to
wine.
ice wine.
Oh yeah. You
What is
get
that?
ice wine. It's a late harvest wine. You get it out of BC. Like Burrowing Owl makes the ice wine, and so
Oh,
on. It's in
Oh.
the Okanagan.
She's from Canada and doesn't even know that.
what the
Yeah.
hell?
Okanagan.
Maybe it's because I'm drinking Bud Light.
Oh
I
man.
don't know.
Yeah.
She's
I don't think that's
funny.
a Canadian drink. Oh
I've
man,
literally
that's
been
funny.
to every province in Canada.
All right, good
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
So I
No,
have to Natalie from time to time with some of the places.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure the wine
wanted
is lovely.
I
all
wanted
right.
to ask you guys because I remember when I went
Yeah.
to Toronto, they took me on a tour to the wineries and stuff like that, and it was during February, and they told me that Canada had a wine that nobody else does in the world that is called ice wine. They're very expensive. It's small bottles,
Yeah.
and when you pour it into the cup, when you move the cup around, it's thicker than the regular wine, and that's why I wanted to
Wow,
ask you.
I've
because I remember-
never heard of that.
Neither have I. Okay, now
Look at-
now I'm gonna look for it. Thank you.
I know it's got the more skin and so on.
Yeah.
When they make it, and so it's a little more
Wow.
viscosity. It's thicker.
That's
She
interesting.
she just knows about Bud Light. That's all she
I
knows.
just
Okay.
know my Bud Light.
That's
You can
Yeah.
water.
I hear that. I hear that.
When people drink,
Thank you, guys,
States, when we drink what Carmade water. What do we drink?
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Is that our Carmade water?
It basically. Anyway,
Anyway,
You guys
guys.
All right.
it was fun.
Yeah. John,
Listen,
Nat,
no-
thank you so much.
Yeah,
So
we gotta do this again.
Where's everybody located? So you're in Pennsylvania, and
I'm
so
in I'm in Miami,
Miami.
Miami. Okay.
and he's in Puerto Rico, Albert.
And he's in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Nice.
That's on my list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
no, guys, but listen, we gotta do this again. We gotta plan another podcast. I could probably see if I can get more members to join us. And I reach
Beautiful.
out to the member that I told you he's a broker, so that he can reach out to you guys, see if you guys can start working together. And anything that you might need from us, please don't be shy.
Yes.
Natalie has
Thank
my information. Let me know how can we help, how can we promote,
Mhm.
whatever it is. But we
Yeah.
appreciate you for real,
thank
100%.
you so
And,
much.
And we'll get you
and
some coffee.
and John and Nat, if you want me to like tag any specific group or anything, please send it to me and I'll tag it on the video.
Okay,
Whatever organization you want me to tag on it, let me know and I'll throw it.
awesome.
Perfect. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
All right,
much.
much.
of course, of
All
course.
right.
Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful
Thank
night.
you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
guys.
night.
Good night.
All
Bye.
right, you
Yeah.
too. Bye bye.